We are doing Tripura Rahasyam chapter 4 verse 13. As fire, on account of difference in time, is a giver of results quite differently. So it is due to difference in places and difference in form. Fire is pleasant in winter but only unpleasant in summer. Also it is pleasant or unpleasant on account of the differences between the cold and hot country. For living beings whose natural disposition is cold, it is pleasant. And for others it is unpleasant. Likewise, it is thus declared by his existence in greater and smaller measures. Thus are coldness, wealth, wife, sons, king, and the rest. So also is the king Muktachuda surrounded by wives, sons, and wealth in this manner. For what reason does he grieve every day, and why others, not having much enjoyment, do not grieve? The enjoyment which is for the sake of pleasure, even that cannot possibly be endless. That enjoyment has been obtained by anybody entirely, by which there can be happiness. Even in that case where there may be happiness on account of the acquisition of whatever little enjoyment there is, here the facts. Now, Lekha is a very smart and evolved person. She is schooling her husband. Please understand this. She is telling her husband, you know what? Take the case of fire. If I take fire and I light a fire when it is cold, it is going to give me warmth. But the same fire, if I light it in summer, it's going to give me sorrow, because it's already hot outside, and if I put fire, it's going to burn. It's going to, make this place hot. My body is not able to take it. Now if you look at it, she is giving explanation with fire. Again, fire during the wrong time and the wrong place. If I light fire when a person is cold, it's okay. But when the person is hot and sweating, that fire is a problem. Then she says the same thing. The object called fire can be giving pleasure as well as pain. She says, isn't it the same with everything in life? About coldness, about wealth, wife, sons, kingdom, and the rest. The coldness which we look at it. Now, you are in a temperature zone where it is colder. Okay, very cold. And you are having ice cold water over there with ice in it. Is it going to be cause of your misery? Yes or no? Naturally, if you are in a very hot place and drinking hot beverages, it is going to be painful to you. So in a hot place you may have a cold beverage, and in a cold place you may have a hot beverage. It's the other way around, isn't it? She says about wealth also. When a person has wealth, we normally associate wealth and money with happiness. This is how people think. A person who has a lot of money is happy. We think that, when I have so much of money, I'm going to be extremely happy. But I see that the more wealthier a person is, the more miserable he is. If you acquire a property, little bit also, what happens to this property? You have to take care of it. You have to pay the taxes. That property has to be looked after. Let us say you build a bungalow, Now you are staying in USA. You make a bungalow here in India. Bungalow, you understand, huh? A house. Somebody has to take care of it. Otherwise, it will go to ruin. There was one doctor and his wife. They built a huge bungalow facing Donapaula in Goa. In Goa, they built a massive 3-storied structure in very old-fashioned manner. It was some 3 to 5 acres of land in the sea, near the sea, private beach and all that kind of stuff. Donapaula is a very interesting place. Now, when he built that, and to earn money, he went abroad. He's a doctor, so he went abroad. The bungalow was lying locked with one servant who was taking care of it. But it was so huge, 3-storied building and all that. Robbers came inside, robbed everything, all the fittings. You understand the fittings? Including the taps. The taps which were there. They robbed the taps, they robbed the fittings, all the pelmets and this and that. The fans, the lights, everything they robbed and went away. And this person who was abroad came to know about it a few days later. So he came back and he put everything back in order. And it happened 3 times in a row. Now, I had gone to see this property. I was told by that person that I will come at this hour, a certain hour. As usual, you cannot expect somebody to keep time, so that fellow never came. Lazy people. So what I did was, I said, let me see the property. I was able to enter through the back door, which was through the garage, a multi-level garage kind of a thing. Through there I entered, and when I went inside, I saw the whole place was in ruins and there was already some tramps staying inside. You know what a tramp is, no? He had put the bed and all his food items and everything was strewn all over the place. He was staying inside. I saw the whole building. I went up and down. I saw the place had beautiful scenery outside, but this was in a ramshackle condition. After that, the agent comes. I asked the agent, you have the keys? He says, yes. And then he says, I will open the door. I said, there is no need. So why? Oh, I had to go to the sister's place of this person and get the keys from there. I said, already the place is open. Why are you getting the keys? You can walk inside. Still he used the main door key, opened, and then I showed him inside. See, everything is gone. So having a property, is not the criteria. Having money is also not the criteria, because money by itself is a dangerous thing. Simple explanation for the money. If you are earning 20,000 rupees a month, you are able to survive. Today's day 20,000 is a big amount, okay? It's a small amount rather. So you will spend 18,000 and you will put 2,000 in the bank. If I give you 50,000 salary, your expenses are going to be 60,000. If I give you 1 lakh salary, your expenses are going to be double that quantity. That means 2 lakh is going to be your expense. If I give you 4 lakh salary, your expenses are going to be 8 to 10 lakhs. The more you earn, the bigger is the hole over there. and becoming very, very miserable. You are going to be more miserable. So, Hemlekha is telling her husband, just to have wife itself is also painful. Because you are only looking at her beauty and the sex that you are going to enjoy. How many people know what is coming as a package deal? I'll just give you an example of two of my disciples. When they were getting married, I never said anything. I said, okay, get married or do whatever you want to. That's there written in your destiny, you will get married. Then I said, you don't even know what you are getting into. You are a person with, visions. Oh, I'm going to enjoy sex. That is all that they were having in their mind. Once they got married, they found that in the first few days itself, they came to know where the problems are. Both these women were suffering from internal issues. Okay? And both these women had to undergo surgery immediately in the first 6 months. There are lots of things which a man doesn't know. Even a woman herself has no clue about it. How many women know what is a perimenopause? All of y'all may be in that age group, but how many of y'all know what is a perimenopause? What is menopausal symptoms? Do you know in the last few days, there was a very big research paper which was released where they said that 70% of the women, 70% of, not 1 and 2, 70% of the women after the age of 40 initiate a divorce proceedings. It is a shocker. Why? That research paper said they themselves don't know why they are doing it. They are in their perimenopausal state. Their hormones are going haywire. Their body shapes are going haywire. Everything is going haywire. They are not able to. Nobody is in a position to do what they are supposed to do. They actually have no clue. Then they go to doctors. This was a US-based study, by the way. And they were doing it across the world. They go to the doctors, and especially the psychiatrists and all these people who are supposed to take care of these issues, and they get themselves prescribed medication for calming, anxiety, ADHD, this, that and all those. And that exacerbates the problem, doubles the problem. So they are initiating divorce proceedings for no rhyme or reason. Actually, they don't even know why they are doing it, and then they are feeling miserable to the core. If I get the link, I should have taken down the link, but I did not. But if I send it to you, you will understand what I am talking about. Or you can Google it yourself. Why does this happen? Because nobody is ready and everybody is with less knowledge. What is the problem of a 50-year-old woman? How many people know? Nobody knows. A man, even 80-year-old, like people who are all those, great sheikhs that are there in this world, at 70 and 80, they want to get married. Not knowing what exactly they are getting into. So, these are the issues. So, when he says wife, when she says, this is Hemlekha saying, the wife is also an issue. You don't know, you're thinking it is happiness, but it is misery. She says, sons, you think sons are going to be good? No son is good. All sons are bad. Simply because they don't give a damn. You can't cope up with them, they can't cope up with you. So you may think, my son is there, I have to take care of him, and when he grows up, he will take care of me. Nothing like that ever happens. This miserable condition is there. So today I will add even daughters to it, by the way. Even daughters are like that. So the kingdom and the rest. And deliberately and very deliberately, Hemlekha puts the finger on the exact nerve. Please understand, all spiritual people, they deliberately do it. They know where is your pain point and they are going to put their finger right over there and turn it. So naturally, what does she do? She says, look at your father, Manichuda. He is the biggest miserable person on earth. Naturally, when the son is told about the father, you really think it is going to go well? On the contrary, it is going to go downhill. So she says, look at Mukti Chuda, your father. He's got sons, wife, wealth and so on, and he is the most miserable person on earth. For what reason does he grieve every day? Why is he grieving every day? Why is he miserable like this? Every day you look at his face, he is full of misery. With his children, with the kingdom, with his own wife, and with the people around him, he's as if he has drunk a big bottle of castor oil every morning when he gets up. Why is he miserable? This enjoyment which is obtained by anybody, everybody has this kind of a thinking about enjoyment, which you think is going to give me happiness but doesn't give any kind of happiness. So, she says, on account of acquisition, if you acquire something, even one little object that you acquire, that acquisition is going to be painful to you. I want you to think about it. Any small kind of thing also you get. Let us say you go to the market and get a nice, cloth for yourself, or maybe you want to stitch a blouse with it. Do you know how much of a misery that blouse making is going to be? I bought a pair of shoes. Somebody gave me a pair of shoes. Okay. First and foremost, I didn't want those pair of shoes. So what I did was I put it in one box and kept it away. 6 months later, I removed it. And I found that one leg is higher and the second leg is lower. So just imagine. And this is a fantastic American brand called Skechers or something like that. And imagine I am putting my foot inside and one heel is higher and one is lower. I went to that company and I told him, I went to that store and I told him, see, this is the problem. This fellow is saying, when did you buy? I said 6 months ago. Then we can't do anything about it. I said, this is a stupid product. One is higher and one is lower. Do something about it. I can't do anything about it. So why? You can get one sole and put it inside. Incidentally, I had an old sole. I put it inside and I found that goes higher and this goes lower then. I mean, just imagine. And there was no solution to it. 1 year later, there was no solution. Okay. I am now using it without anything, just like that. I said to the hell with it, I will use it the way it is. So if you ever see me walking like this, teda, know that there is a problem with the heel. So just one shoe can cause so much of misery. Think about it. Anything and everything in this world, which is an acquisition of any kind, whether it is marriage, money, power, fame, even a shoe can be miserable. Just think about it. Do you know how much you are attached to your shoes? You might have a very old pair of slippers with you, or chappals, or as we call them in India, and you are going to be attached to them. You've seen one movie called PK or something like that. To keep the chappals outside the temple and go inside the temple is a very difficult thing, because you are always thinking somebody will rob my chappals. So what God are you going to meet? You are so possessive about it. When I was in Vrindavan recently, 1 year ago I think, I was already told, my glasses I got to be very careful with. So when I went to this Banke Bihari temple, there's a very interesting temple called Banke Bihari temple. By the way, this Krishna keeps on running here and there, okay? So I went to this Banke Bihari temple and I was told very clearly, please take care of your glasses. I completely forgot about it. And the moment I came out, everybody was behind me. And suddenly I am seeing something is happening. My glasses are gone. Now I can't see without them. So immediately there was a small temple in front. That priest is telling me, Jaldi, jaldi, 20 rupiah nikalo, 20 rupiah nikalo. Give me 20 rupees. I said, why? You want your glasses back, no? I said, yeah, of course. That monkey has taken. So the monkey took the glasses and ran away. So he said, give me 20 rupees. I said, I'll give you. What is it that you're going to do? I'll give him a bottle of Tetra Pak, that juice. So he immediately gave me a juice. I gave it to the monkey. The monkey threw my glasses away. This is like trading, they do. Just imagine, trading. You give me juice, otherwise your glasses are gone. Now those glasses are expensive, naturally possession. Think about it. Just the pair of glasses can be a possession. And by that possession, it can become very painful. Now just, I can see, so it is happiness. And here, monkey taking it away, it is a painful thing. So now you understood? To take darshan also is a painful experience. I don't know how many of you know. You go to any temple, especially this Bhake Vihari temple, first to get inside is painful, then to get out is painful. And how much do you get to see? Few seconds of the darshan. Same thing happens with Balaji also in Tirupati. Everything is like that only. That 1 second darshan or 2 second darshan is misery before and misery after. You get pushed out. You get pushed in like that. So, here this lady is very interestingly talking to her husband and saying, now do you understand this? Okay. Lord, there cannot be happiness since it is mixed with sorrow. Sorrow is said to be of two kinds, external and internal. The external one is produced by the body and arises out of defects in the humor, especially ingredients of the body and the like. The internal one is said to be mental, and that has desire in its origin. Mental pain by which the world is seized can be greater than physical pain. Desire alone is the seed of the tree of sorrow, having great power. By that desire, even gods like Indra, who are residents of the heaven and ever existing, have attained to the state of servants and surely do work day and night. Prince, the happiness which exists even when there is a remainder of desire, know that is sorrow alone. That can arise even in worms. So, she is giving further explanation to it. She says, you know what? Every happiness is bundled with sorrow. Both come together. Now you may buy a computer. Okay? Along with the computer, you have to buy the software. Now you thought that's the end of it all. No. After you buy the software, you have to update it. Right? So first, it will do updation. And after one month, 2 months or 6 months, it will say you have to pay again for the next year. What are we talking about? And then very soon it becomes old. Why? Because it doesn't have the capacity anymore. Suppose you buy anything, everything is a miserable thing. It comes Happiness and sorrow is a bundled software along with it. And which is greater? Happiness is momentary. Misery is going to be all day long. See, now there is somebody who had dogs. The dogs died. He was in a miserable condition for 6 months. My dogs died, my dogs died, my dogs died. And it affected on the mental health and other things. Then this person goes out and gets a dog. Okay. Now this is a female dog. If you really know what female dog inside a flat, you understand, a flat, a house, okay, what it will do, I'm sure you know that. Now this person will not be able to get out of his house. Why? Somebody has to take care of the dog. Can this person go for 10 days outside somewhere? You have to put that dog in some, dog hotel maybe. And there are lots of people who take care of the dogs. So they have to be paid. And when you are over there, wherever you are, you might have gone to Coorg or some such place as a holiday. That fellow may call up and your dog is puking and he is not well and this and that. What happens to your holiday? In Coorg, you are going to be miserable. I hope you get that. Same thing having cows. Same thing having goats. Same thing having chickens also. Even chicken. Just to have one chicken going all over the place is going to be a miserable thing for you. See, it is not so simple and easy. So here she is saying this misery comes from two places. One is internal and one is external. Now what is this internal misery? It is connected to humors. You know the humors, we have discussed about it. Kapha, Vata, Pitta. Okay? These are the three miseries that you are going to get. They are the humors, we call them. And they are not humorous at all. They are very, very horrible. When you have Kapha, by the word name Kapha itself, you will come to know cough. You just have a cough all day long. What is going to be there? One of my disciples, when she sits for satsangs, first thing is she will put a mute button on. Why? Because she's coughing away to glory. Last 6 months I am seeing her coughing. Why? It is connected to Kapha. Pitta. Pitta means what? You get the bile inside of you. I want to slaughter that person. I want to kill that person. I want to destroy that person. Have you heard somebody talk like this? Yes, of course. That person has the highest of the pitta. Because inside the bile is churning like that. And that person, even something happens, that person is going to get very angry. Why is it happening? Why is it happening? That is the reason. Like that. So she is giving examples. She says all this is happening because of the humors in the body. First the body gets affected. Okay. Now think about it. Your sister-in-law is coming to stay with you. I want you to think about it. Your sister-in-law is coming to stay with you. You know what? She's a miserable person as you are concerned. Why? She keeps on thinking, Mommy. And you feel like throttling her. And your mother-in-law is going to consider her daughter coming to her house as the greatest thing on earth happening. Oh, I have to make Puran Poli for her. I have to make this for her. I have to make that for her. And she's already started. And you are thinking, I have been staying with this woman for so many years. She has never thought of me one day also. And she is thinking, her daughter is coming. I have to give her this. I have to give her that. There is a miserable actress. Her daughter has come to stay. She has left her husband and she has come to stay. Finally, her daughter-in-law had to leave and go. Oh, my daughter is like this, my daughter is like that. A destruction of marriage has happened just because of a miserable mother-in-law. Think about it. People, they go and stay with their mothers, thinking that my mother is the greatest thing on earth, my father is the greatest thing on earth. And then they make their life more miserable. Why? Because from this side, the mother is going to, see, the son is saying no, so she is going to make, today I am going to make this for you, you like this, I am going to make this for you, I want this to eat. And there the wife is saying, I don't even get a chance to give him anything. You see, the whole point of this matter is, it is going to be full of misery. So, what is this misery? This is internal. She says the internal one is said to be mental. And it has a desire as its origin. I gave one example. The desire of the mother-in-law or the mother, whoever, is to always be in the good company. Kind of, oh, my mother, she wants me in a... So naturally what happens? This causes misery to the other person. They become very imposing. You have to do it this way only, you have to do it that way only, this has to be done like this only, this has to be done like that only. We recently visited a place. Okay, the kitchen is like Dharavi. You know what a Dharavi is, no? The biggest slum on earth. Okay, so entering this person's kitchen, it was like Dharavi, spread all over the place. Hardly you can find anything anywhere. And I told Rajma, I said, please don't talk over there. You are entering a war zone. Don't try to rectify it. It is like, now Israel is having Hamas problem, no? So like that place is like that. Don't go and try to put things in order. Rajma tried. That person is getting very upset. Why are you doing this? Why are you messing up my kitchen? Actually, she's trying to put it in order, but the other person thinks she's messing up the kitchen. So if you ask that person, where is this item? I had kept it somewhere over here. I'll search it and give it to you. Can you imagine this? And it is a mental misery to everybody. Think like that. So misery to every person over there. Now try constructing a house and see for yourself. Please try it out. Okay? Long ago, I was doing an ad campaign for a company called Asian Paints. Okay? So I used to do their MR, market research. So the painter will paint white color wall and blue color wall and all that. So I gave these people suggestion. Now nobody will remember me, but the thing is, the suggestion was this: please tell the wife or the main decision maker. Decision maker is who? In a house, normally it is the wife. The Shakti is always the decision maker. Give her the choice of the color she wants on the walls. I told the company, you will make more money because a whimsical person is taking charge, who is not able to match one thing to the other. If you have ever seen a woman go and shop, I want that particular baby pink only. And what baby pink? It is in your brain, it's in your mind, and it is not available there. What baby pink? So in the ad they said, I want this mera wala cream, mera wala green and mera wala pink, whatever the hell that they were talking about. She's brought one dupatta. She wants to match it to the walls. By the way, once the work is over, no, she's not even going to care about it. That's a different story. But she wants it exactly the way she wants it. So I told the people over there, I said, you know what? You will be making a lot of money, because when you tell a person like this who doesn't have any decision-making capability, you tell them to take a decision, they are going to be dithering here, there, here, there, here, there, here, there, here, there. So let us say, I want to make cream color. So I take white, off-white rather, that is the base color, and I put little yellow in it. And then I put it on the wall and show. No, this is not correct. This is not matching. That is a cloth and that is a wall. It is never going to match. So do you understand this? It's a mental issue. How are you going to solve mental problems? So the misery comes because of desire. I want it that way. I want my kitchen to be a war zone. You are not going to interfere in the war zone. So I told Rajma, I said, don't interfere. Let them work the way they want it, because they love the war zone. You can't interfere. Then, this mental issue is connected to the humors in the body. The person becomes upset and starts shouting and doing whatever they feel like based on their humors. If the person is that cold type of a person, then I didn't do that. So, if that person is a cold type of a person, what are they going to get? It's going to be a miserable thing for that other person. You want a cup of tea? Okay, dumb. Like that person will come and do in front of you. What are you going to do about it? It's a mental issue. They're going to behave like that. If the person is having pitta, then the person is going to be, you want this commodity. It is going to start from there. You understand what I'm saying now? This is how it works. So these are two types of issues. Mental on one side, and mental pain by which this world is seized can be greater than physical pain. You see, if you are mentally upset and mentally in a state of distress, it is greater than physical pain. Physical pain, at least, you have a toothache, it will go away. But you have a headache because of mental issues, it's never going to go away. It will go on the next day also, and the next day also, and the next day. Because you are still carrying it with you. It's like a pregnant child, inside your brain. Thinking about it. I am thinking about it. Why did he have to behave like this with me? It goes on for 24 hours, 48 hours, and by the way, extension, it has got a lot. So it goes on. So always remember, the mental problems are going to be greater than physical problems. Physical problems, at least you can go to the doctor and get that thing removed. Suppose you have a gallbladder issue, remove the gallbladder, it doesn't matter, it's okay. If you have an appendix problem, you can remove it. Got it? If it's a cancer also, you can remove. Try removing a mental problem. No doctor on this earth is there. You see, they have to write an entire book on that mental problem. The biggest mental, text on mental problems is called Bhagavad Gita. You know that or you don't know that? Krishna is a psychiatrist over there, and the mental fellow in front of him is Arjuna. He is having thoughts in his mind. You know how he is thinking. He's like a woman over there. They said, no, everybody else is a woman, only one man. So what is he saying? He's saying, when there is war, people will die. And when people die, their wives become alone. And then they are going to become prostitutes. And they are going to have problems. The children that are born. Sir, the war is there. You have not even lifted your bow and arrow and you are thinking of 100 other things. Way ahead in time. What are you doing? Just go fight the war first. No, but this guy has to go through his mental state first. It takes 18 chapters full. And to explain 18 chapters to you is taking how many months? Huh? Your mental issues are there. I can teach you Bhagavad Gita in one line sentence. I am telling you to do this, do this. That's it. Finish. The end of Bhagavad Gita. But no. You have to question. You have to find out. The whys and the wherefores and hows and the wheres and all this. Why? Mental issues. That fellow is, like we say in Hindi, Satkela. Total gone case. Mental issues. This person right in the beginning is talking mental only. And that blind fellow over there called Dhritarashtra, he is also super mental. He is thinking what is happening. Krishna is explaining very simply, take this medicine, okay? Medicine is this, I am telling you to do this, do this. So here she is just explaining the mental pain is bigger than physical pain. And these desires are the root cause of evil. Even Indradev has desires, Indradev wants to sleep around with everybody. He sees some fancy looking woman, he will say, oh, I want her. Why? He's a god. He's a king of gods. Yet he does that. The happiness which exists even when there is a remainder of desire, know that is a sorrow alone that can arise even in worms. So now she's saying, if you have a remainder of desire anywhere, I'll tell you what the desire is. A man's desire is to get married. Okay? After that, there is a remainder of desire. Why? What is the remainder of desire? Now this man is literally watching porn all his life, by the way. And he expects his wife to perform like a porn star. Is that ever going to happen? There is going to be a remainder of desire over there. My wife is not doing anything. Sir, your desires are too many. And then on top of it all, the mother-in-law and everybody in the house will say, now is the time to have a baby. Another desire. One baby is not enough. Second baby is also required. By the way, nobody is taking care of it. You are the one who is going to take care of it. You are the miserable person, not somebody else. And the more you put yourself in this condition, the more miserable you are going to be. So what she says, Hemleka is telling Hemchuda, she says, you are like a worm, a worm is dissatisfied with what he eats. You see, when there is dead body lying over there or shit lying over there, the worms are eating it. Dead body is eaten by the worms, no? You think they are satisfied? At least the lions and the tigers are satisfied after they eat, no? They will not eat for a few days then. A few days, weeks maybe. They have had a kill, they are satisfied, they are satiated, after that they won't bother. But human beings are what? Worse than worms. Do you know how earthworm lives? Do you know how earthworm lives? So I will tell you. An earthworm is literally like a very long tube. You understand a tube, no? An earthworm is like a long tube. What he does is, he is going ahead slowly. He is going ahead in the mud. Everything he is eating. From one side he eats, from the other side he poops. On one side he eats, from the other side he poops. That's how he progresses ahead. His body is full of that mud. And from that mud, whatever is required, he is taking it as nutrition. That is the reason why in a field, when you use the worms, these earthworms, because they are eating this mud and shitting out the mud, so this mud is very soft. Now do you understand why we have to put earthworms in soil? This is the reason. By the way, There is no female earthworm and there is no male earthworm. Do you know this also? Female and male are in one body only. How is that? In the one body only there is male and there is one female also. Means all the glands are different, by the way. Now you think about it, human beings are like these earthworms. They like to eat dirt. They are never happy with one thing. It's called contentment. Contentment means being happy where you are. Do you think any human being is happy where they are? You take case of money, you take case of wealth, you take case of anything. And by the way, this is a universal law. Nobody can get out of this law, by the way. You may be a spiritual person, you may be God himself, you may be Indra Dev himself. That is why she says, that desire even gods like Indra who are residents of the heaven and ever existing have attained to the state of servants, surely do work at day and night. This is a statement which will tell you even gods are not spared. What about you as a human being? Do you really think you are going to be spared? The moment you start earning little money, you will want more and more and more. You're going to become like this worm only. You buy 1 tola of gold, you want 10 tolas of gold, and 10 you want 100. This is what is going to happen. It is never going to be satisfactory for you. You can be Indradev yourself, doesn't matter. You're going to be dissatisfied. And this is the truth about spirituality. Please understand this. So, and the moment the gods are dissatisfied, what happens? Back to square one, sorrow, 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 sorrow and sorrow. Alright, so we have come to the end of verse 23. We will stop over here.